Thank you for watching the video from Bald Eagle Soaring High again. My issues are mainly about immigration policies, just like why and how to immigrate. Where should you migrate to? Those who are interested in the developed world outside and looking for immigration methods sincerely, please search and follow me, so that you can find useful immigration information about dozens of countries on my channel, and I'll continuously update the latest and useful immigration information timely. Your messages, forwarding, and following will be my greatest motivation to continue creating. Thank you all. Today's topic is the immigration policies and methods of Japan. Full name: the State of Japan, Nihon Koku, Nippon Koku. As of June 2024, the total population is more than 126 million, with a per capita GDP of over $35.3 thousand US, and Japanese is generally the official language. Up to now, within the total 198 countries, excluding regions, on Earth, the Japan passport ranks 7th in the world. In terms of visa-free quantity in 173 countries, including 117 visa-free countries, 47 landing visas and 9 electronic travel documents. My personal main impression of Japan is a high-quality country and citizens recognized and welcomed worldwide. Old established developed countries with very strong industrial strength. Narrow territory and relatively large population. Beautiful cherry blossoms and cruel bushido. A very long and intact historical and cultural heritage. A very popular tourist destination. Have you ever been to Japan? What is your impression of Japan? Can you share it with everyone in the comments section? Thank you for your kindness. 1. The main methods of Japan immigration. Business manager visa. Owners, directors, and managers of business entities in Japan may be eligible for a business manager, ka Kanri, status of residence in Japan. This class of visa is suitable for entrepreneurs who wish to set up a business in Japan. Once the company is incorporated, they can sponsor themselves as a manager of the business to obtain a business manager visa. The business must fulfill certain requirements. A. Company paid-up capital must be at least 5 million Japanese yen. B. Company must have an office space in Japan. C. Business plan must be approved by the relevant authorities. D. Applicant must have enough salary, income to live independently in Japan. E. Hire at least one full-time employee who is either a Japanese national, a permanent resident, a spouse or child of a Japanese national, a spouse or child of a permanent resident, or a foreign national with a long-term visa. There are several factors considered by the Immigration Office in whether to approve the visa application or not, such as the business's stability and credibility, balance of predictable profit and loss, amount of employees, and types of business, among others. This visa is usually granted for 1 year. Prior to the visa's expiration date, the resident may apply for an extension, provided that requirements are still met. There is no limit on number of extensions permitted. Once the visa is obtained, dependents, spouse, children, and parents may apply for a dependent general visa. Usually, the visa holder may be eligible for permanent residency after 10 years of continuous legal residence in the country. 3. If married with a Japanese national. He or she will have to provide a written explanation listing the reasons for their application, have strong ties to the country, and a good financial position. Fluency in the Japanese language and professional awards or honors may positively influence getting the application approved. In any case, fulfilling these requirements do not guarantee the application approval. A business manager visa holder may apply for a preferential immigration treatment, changing their status of residence to highly skilled foreign professional. This status of residence is granted to immigrants who have scored at least 70 points in their immigration scorecard. Scores are mainly based on professional qualifications, education level, and annual salary. This status of residence has a validity of 5 years and entitles its holder to apply for permanent residence after 3 years. Those scoring over 80 points may apply after just a year. After 5 years living in the country, a resident may be eligible to apply for citizenship. Citizenship might be granted if he or she has stayed at least more than 290 days per year in the country, has strong ties to the country, can speak fluent Japanese, and has fully integrated in the Japanese society. Fulfilling these requirements do not guarantee in any case the application approval. Requirements: A. Certificate of eligibility, issued before a visa application by a regional immigration authority under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Justice as evidence that the foreign national meets the conditions for landing in Japan. B. Evidence of the applicant's activity and position in Japan and previous experience of the business manager. Curriculum vitae with professional references, certification of annual salary, employment contract, if applicable, 3 years experience on business management, if hired as a manager. C. Evidence of business size and activity, website, certificate of incorporation, articles of incorporation, business plan, financial statement, if applicable, notification of salary payment office filed to tax office, if applicable, withholding tax payment slip, if applicable. D. Evidence of office space in Japan, rent contract or certificate of real estate or photos of the nameplate, mailbox or any other evidence. E. All documents in foreign languages must be duly translated to Japanese. Documents required: A. Curriculum vitae. B. Documents certifying position and salary. C. Certified copy of business license or incorporation documents. D. Business plan. E. Evidence of office space. F. Financial statement. G. Original and photocopy of passport. H. 2 passport size photos. 2. Applicant's nationality requirements. 1. Restricted nationalities. No nationality is officially restricted. 2. Dual citizenship. Dual citizenship is not recognized in Japan. To become a citizen of Japan, you must renounce your previous nationality. 3. Taxes, for reference only, cannot be construed as tax advice. Tax residents are Japanese residents who have a jusho, permanent place of abode, or a kyosho, temporary place of abode, for at least 1 year. If an individual has been in Japan 5 years or less, continuously or not, during a 10-year period, they would not be considered as a tax resident. Tax residents are subject to taxation on their worldwide income, while non-residents only on their income accrued in Japan. Tax residents' personal income is taxed at progressive rates up to 45% on income exceeding 50 million Japanese yen. Non-residents are subject to a 20% income tax. There is also a surtax of 2.1%, and municipalities usually levy a local income tax at a 10% tax rate. Dividends and interest derived from resident entities are taxed separately at a flat rate of 20.315%, including surtax and local income tax. Offshore dividends and interests are taxed as ordinary income at progressive income tax rates. Capital gains are taxed separately at 20.315%, including surtax and local income tax on the sales of certain securities, 20.315% on the sale of long-term gains of immovable properties held more than 5 years, and 39% on short-term immovable property capital gains. Japan has comprehensive controlled foreign company (CFC) rules, so income retained in a foreign entity by Japanese tax resident shareholders is likely to be subject to taxation. Municipalities levy real property 1.4% on the assessed value and transfer of real property taxes 1.5% to 4%, and a real estate registration tax 0.4% to 2%. Inheritances and gifts are taxed at progressive rates up to 55%. There are no taxes on net wealth. Regarding corporate taxation, resident entities are subject to income tax on their worldwide income at a 23% rate. There are also local, enterprise and inhabitant taxes, resulting in an income effective tax rate of 34.6% for SMEs and 30.62% for large companies. Finally, there is no best immigration program, only the most suitable immigration program. There are also some other contents and projects that cannot be elaborated on here due to review policies, word count, and time constraints. Interested friends can contact me, negius.ing@gmail.com, to obtain them. Also, if you find any incorrect or outdated information, could you please help guide ours? We'll appreciate you for sharing the useful knowledge. Thank you all for watching the video.